Okay, that should do it. So, going to get into a nice practice today. Good to see you all. Hope you've had a good weekend. I've been busy running around outside. It's been lovely weather, and well, just immediately outside my house. But hope you're all well, and let's see what we can do today. So today's class is going to be about really working the legs quite strongly and a good bit of core strengthening and balancing. So it should be really good for those of you who do a lot of might be doing some Peloton at home, like my friend Nigel Walsh, who said he might join in. So hope you're well, Nigel. This should be good for you. Likewise, my friend Dan, who was doing some pedal boarding right within his 2 kilometer radius down here at the pier. This should be good for the legs and the balance, and just enjoy. So yeah, have a really good time today. Move nicely as ever. Move smoothly and sensitively in and out of all postures. Nothing rushed, nothing too quick. The smoother you go in and out, actually, the more strength and control that you can build. And yeah, the idea is that you're here trying to do good for yourself. So this is an offering to yourself, to your physical body, to try and link up the physical body and the mind and do good for the spirit and your spirit, yourself, and give yourself energy. So let's see how we go. So beginning just in kneeling, just come to kneeling and find a balance just on the knees, on all fours. Allow the spine to just collapse down into a what we call a happy cat shape of spine, where you've got that curve in the back of the spine, or more precisely, the back of the spine is shortening or in extension, and the front of the spine is lengthening. Then from there, you round the back out, go into spinal flexion, where the back of the spine is lengthening, front shortening. Smooth and controlled, allow the ribs to release down. You can bend the elbows a little bit because that'll allow the chest to drop down a little further. Look forward, lengthening front of the spine. And again, lengthen back of the spine, spinal flexion, rounding out the back, keeping the arms straight because that will help you lift up between the shoulder blades. Bring the chin towards your throat. Look towards your belly button. Top of hips lift. And you're finding yourself a nice long back. From there, bring the balls of the feet to the ground. Lift the knees, come back towards a downward dog. And from there, you're going to bend the right leg quite a lot. Turn the left toes out to the side to put the left heel down. So you're bending that right leg, your left toes turn out to the side to put the left heel down, and you're lengthening that back of that left leg. You can take the right foot off the ground altogether if you wish. Lift the right knee towards the chest, and you're really lengthening the back of the left leg, the left calf, draw up on the left kneecap. Left side of the trunk is lengthening a little bit too. And from there, right leg goes down. Bend so both toes point straight ahead initially. Then you bend the left leg, turn right toes out to the side, put right heel down, right calf lengthens. Chin is towards the throat. Draw up on the right kneecap. Maybe lift the left knee towards the chest as you just allow the back of that right calf to lengthen out. Press down with the right toes, push down with the right heel, and back towards center. Walk the legs out a little bit, walk forward, bend the knees, allow the knees and chest to touch. So you're trying to lengthen the back, not feel a big pull in the back of the leg. So your knees are bent so that your knees and chest touch, and then your head goes down, chin comes in towards the throat to lengthen the back of the neck nicely. Just relax the abdomen now, really letting that back of spine really free up. Allow the shoulders to release down, chin is towards the throat. Maybe close the eyes for a moment. Just whatever has been on your mind this week, or what you've got coming up, whether important stuff or trivial stuff, just leave that to one side for now. This is you just tuning into yourself, going to do good for yourself over the next 30 minutes or so. So relax the abdomen, relax the face, gently open the eyes. Don't take a big breath in as you stand up, because that's
tends to make us dizzy or potentially faint. So it's not a big inhale as you lift the head above the waist again. So maybe no breath in at all as you come up slowly. Then slowly reach the arms up, bend the knees, gentle breath in. Look towards the thumbs, keep the knee bent. And then look down, lift the heels, just traction the spine, push the palms down, roll the shoulders in, catch index fingers. From there, hands go forward, wrists move away, hands go wide, press those hands nice and wide. Then hands forward, shoulders up, hips down, face relaxed. This is just to traction the spine. Squeeze the thighs in to help your balance. Spine lengthening. Heels down, hands go down by your side. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Then we begin our salutations. So from here, come towards the front of your mat, bend the knees, back of hands together. Push the waist a little forward as you reach the arms up. Look up to your thumbs. Bend your knees, hands go down, head goes down last, chin in. Look forward, right leg lifts back in the air. Right leg back and down, knee all the way to the ground. Look forward, lengthen front of spine. Lengthen back of spine, head down to left knee. Lift the hands, reaching arms high, look forward and up. Hands come down, left toes turn out, left heel lifts as you let that left knee fall out and you're just freeing up this left side of the lower back, this left outer hip and glute, left inner thigh, the adductor muscles are freeing up as well. Bend the elbows a little bit and then bring the head towards the ground, but don't force. And from there, be steady as you straighten up. Palms down, left leg slides back, coming to a kneeling plank. Lift up between the shoulder blades, then come forward and down towards lower plank. Find a nice balance in the lower plank there. Stay for a few moments, just warming up if you can, above the ground. Lift the top of the hips, lift the upper back. Faces relaxed, breath calm. And all the way down. Hands pull the ground a little bit towards you as you lift the chest. Kick the heels out just to unsquash the spine. So you're kicking the heels out as you unsquash the spine. Hands back by lower ribs. Push the ground forward with the hands. Shoulders press down to put force into the ground to come to lower plank. Up to upper plank. Chin towards throat. Back to downward dog. Give the legs a little bit of a shake out. And from there, bend those legs, walking the feet forward. Keep the knee bend, look forward. Now left leg lifts up and back. Left leg back and down. Knee all the way towards the ground. Right toes turn out. Sorry, I'm going to pause for a moment. Look forward, lengthen front of spine. Then head down to right knee. Push down with the right foot. Reach up with the hands. Look forward and up. Hands go down nice and wide. Right toes turn out. Right heel lifts. Let that right adductor muscle free up. That's the space between the right inner knee and the groin there. That's going to free up. Right side of the lower back gets a little bit lengthened out and the hip mobility improves. Bend the elbows a little bit. Head goes down. Hand coming up slowly towards an upper plank. Right leg slides back in with the knees on the ground. Lift the upper back. Bring the head forward, way forward past your hands. Keep the lift in the upper back. Top of the hips lift. Then come lower down to lower plank. Pause here for a few moments. And all the way down. Hands go a little forward. Pull the ground towards you. Lengthen front of spine. Heels kick out to unsquash the sacrum. Hands back by lower ribs. Push the ground forward. Squeeze elbows in. Pop to lower plank. Look down. Up to upper plank. Look to belly button. Back to downward dog. Give the legs a little walk out in downward dog. Knees bend and step the feet forward. Drop the hips down, look forward, then head down towards shins, back lengthens. Drop the hips to reach the arms up and stand tall, hands down by your side. Bend the knees, reach the arms forward, look forward towards those thumbs. Then down with the hands and the head, chin in, look forward, right leg lifts up and back, and all the way down. This time, push the ground apart. Take the hands off as if you're about to start a sprint. Fingertips lightly touch the ground. Round the back out, head down to left knee. Bending that left knee nicely, straightening the back leg. Push down with left foot, reach arms high, lengthening up, look up towards the thumbs. Then looking forward, push palms down, roll shoulders in. Hands move forward, wrists move away. Hands go wide, then hands go forward and up. As you take the top of the hips back, lower ribs in, you will feel the front of the right hip lengthening, that hip flexor. Hip flexors, what do? They draw the knee up towards the ribs. And what we're doing here is we've got the right knee way away from those right lower ribs. So we're lengthening it out. You're still pushing force down through left foot, force down through right foot. Then lean forward, reach as far forward as you can, fingertips down. Your left toes are going to turn out like usual. Left heel lifts. Stay here and just lengthen the spine out. Now your right knee might need to hit the ground behind you or keep it reasonably straight. Your head is going to go towards the ground. Your head goes towards the ground. If your head doesn't go towards the ground, it just means you're just not a very good person. You've had a bad life, made poor choices. And coming up, only joking, left leg slides back, come towards upper plank, down towards lower plank. Find a nice balance here. And all the way down. Come to a gentle cobra. You pull the ground towards you, lengthen front of spine. Now hands back by lower ribs. Push down through hands, come to lower plank. Stay here in the lower plank for a few moments. Top of hips just off the ground. Upper back lifts. Stay here, face relaxed. Breath calm. You're pushing out through the feet, pushing down through the hands, lifting the upper back. Up towards upper plank. Stay way forward. Now back to downward dog. Give the legs a little bit of a shake out. From there, walk the feet forward. Drop the hips. Look forward. Left leg lifts up and back. Nice and high. Lower it down slowly, under control, not like a dead weight. Pop it way back behind you. Now push the ground apart, look forward, as if you're about to sprint forward. So you're putting force down through right foot, force out through back foot. Fingertips touch down and head goes down towards right knee. Now press the ground away from you like you're pushing that right foot forward, left foot back as you reach arms up. Look up towards the thumbs, then look forward. Palms push down, roll shoulders in. Hands move forward, wrists move away. Hands go wide. Pressure down through both feet. If the back knee needs to bend a little bit, that's okay. Hands go forward and up, reaching high. Hip flexor lengthening. Nice and smooth. Lean forward, fingertips down, right toes turn out, right heel lifts. Stay here or bend the elbows. Second chance to check what type of a person you are, whether your head goes to the ground or not. Up towards upper plank, right leg slides back, and we're in upper plank. Down towards lower plank. Just to warm up a little bit, either rest or up to upper plank. Down to lower plank. Upper plank, lower plank. See, I'm staying way forward. Forward with the head, past the arms, past the hands, even when you're in upper plank, and up and down. Hands forward, pull the ground towards you, heels kick out, lengthen front of spine. Now hands back by lower ribs. Keep the knees on the ground for a change. Then you're in lower plank, up to upper plank, look to belly button, and back to downward dog. Stay here in downward dog. So try taking your hands way forward. Feet well back, almost as wide as your mat. From there, it's okay to bend the knees a little bit and try one heel on the ground and then the other as you turn the hips a little from side to side. Just loosening out the hips and the back of the legs. Well done. Saunter forward, walk forward, bend the knees, look forward, then fold down, head towards shins. Drop the hips a little bit, reach arms up, and stand tall. Give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Well done. All right, from here we're going to go through a nice little sequence where we take the triangle pose followed by the side angle pose. We'll go this way actually. All right, so from here we're going to take the left leg, lift it a little bit up. So see if your left knee lifts a little bit higher than your hips. If it doesn't come up all the way towards the chest, as you bring the hands forward and down, just means that the back muscles aren't used to lengthening so much. So maybe it just comes up and you can't get that knee right towards the chest. That's okay. Just over time, you draw the knee closer towards the chest, bring the shoulders forward and down, the back lengthens, teaching that back muscle to lengthen. The muscles in the back, should I say. Right knee, slight bend, left knee up towards the chest. Then left leg moves back in the air and smooth down. All right, from there, we've got quite a long stance, okay? Your left toes are turned a little bit towards the front of the mat, right toes straight away. From there, we bend that right leg,
right arm down onto right thigh. Left hand drops, then goes forward. Then you look at it as you reach it forward and up. You're looking under that left arm there. Be steady. So the back leg right up to that top of those left fingers are almost in one line, reaching that left shoulder forward and up. Right hand either stays on the thigh or put it to the right inner thigh. Be steady. See that the right knee is more or less over that right heel. Pressure down through the feet. Lengthening that left side of the trunk. Bending that right leg. Push the right hip down towards the right heel. Face relax. Left hand pulls back to left hip. Left shoulder lifts in the air a little bit. Left hand reaches down behind the back, down towards the right hip. Maybe if you're used to it, the right hand swings in under and you catch the hands there behind the back. You bend that right leg nicely. Back leg is straight. Be steady. Face relax. It's okay if the right hand is on the ground, left hand to left hip. Be steady either way. Good. From there, look down. Right hand down the ground, left hand to left hip. Straighten that right leg a little bit and put the right hand on the right shin. Now you might feel like shoving the weight down from upper body onto that right leg, but instead lightly touch that right leg. Feel like you're pulling it up, like you're trying to do a bicep curl there, like you pull up on that right shin with the right hand. Straighten the right leg a little bit more if you can. Lengthen out the spine as best you can. So front leg and back leg are reasonably straight. Left hand lifts in the air. Face relaxed, breath calm. All right, so even my breath as I talk away here, and as after doing all those press-ups a few moments ago, need to control my own breath too. So I need to be as calm as I can, face relaxed, breath calm, pressure down through the feet. Try to get the whole body working rather than just slam into that right leg. Left hand down to left hip, look down, hands either side of the front leg for a moment. You come up off the front of the back foot, and from here you're going to bend that back leg. So you're bending the back leg, both sets of toes are pointed straight ahead. Bend the back leg, take the hands to the hips. Here in this one, you're going to take the hands forward, then push the hands down like usual, roll shoulders in. Hands move forward, wrists move away. Hands go right up, and you leave the left hand up, your right hand comes down to outside of right thigh. Let me show this on this side. So the right hand is down to the outside of that right hip. Left hand reaching forward and up. Back leg reasonably straight. So it's this psoas lengthening, hip flexor lengthening posture. Lift that left hand up and to the right. Right hand goes down. Be steady. Pressure down through both feet. Lengthening that psoas, which comes from the left inner thigh up towards the left lower ribs. Left hand comes down now to outside of right thigh. Right hand comes to the right hip. So you're turning your chest towards the right as much as you can. You reach left hand down towards the ground, down towards that left heel. Your right shoulder wants to fall down, but you lift the right elbow and the right shoulder up to clear your twist. Face relax. Back leg wants to bend, but maybe straighten it now, if you can. Face relax. Stay here with this, or else maybe bring the left thumb towards the heart. Right palm goes on top of it, and you pull the thumbs in towards the sternum. Right elbow is cleared up. Right shoulder is lifting up. Be steady. Face relaxed. Good. Look down. Hands go down either side of front leg. Right leg slides back. Give the legs a little walk out. Come forward to upper plank. Down to lower plank. Hand all the way down. Hands go forward. Pull the ground towards you. Lift the chest. And hands back by lower ribs. Push down with hands. Pop to lower plank. Up to upper plank. Back to downward dog. Step or jump the feet forward. Between the hands. Look up. Head goes down. And come up slowly. Hands come down by your side. All right. Second side. So we're going to take the right knee up. See if the right leg is any better. So the right knee, we're trying to get this towards the chest. Most people, it doesn't come higher than the hip. Okay, even if you pull it, push the shoulders forward and down. There's this big gap here. See if you can draw that knee towards the chest, bending that left leg a little bit to give you that balance. Strengthen that left leg. So see the right knee and the chest coming together, back lengthening, face relaxed. Right leg slides back in the air. And smooth down. We go towards the side angle pose. So using a good bit of your mat. So there's a good 4 feet between my heels. The right toes turn towards the front. The hands come to the waist to turn the waist towards that left leg.
left leg bends, and so the left top of left hip and the left knee are around the same height off the ground. Left forearm onto that left thigh. Right hand drops, then goes forward, then goes up. And then you're looking under that right arm. So you're lengthening that right leg, that right side of the trunk, that right hand. Stay, or else left hand goes down to left inner thigh. Be steady. Stay, you're going towards the bind. Right hand comes down the back behind you. Left hand comes in under, so you can catch that. Show you that on the other side. So you hold the fingers, wrist, reaching up towards the elbow as you get more comfortable with that twist. Be steady. Bending that left leg, straighten the back leg. And the hands release down. Left leg straightens a little bit. Left hand wants to slam down on that left shin, but instead we pull up on it with the left hand to right hip. Right shoulder lifts, look towards the right. Be steady for triangle pose. Maybe right hand in the air. Nice. Straight front leg. Pressure down through back leg. Triangle pose. So there's a triangle between the legs and the ground, because the left leg is reasonably straight. All right, right hand comes down towards the lower hip. Look down. You slide up off that back heel, that right heel. Turn both sets of toes towards the top of the mat. Hands come to the waist, and then we go for that psoas stretch. So we bend that right leg a little bit, might help you. Hands push forward and down. Then move forward. Then go up. Right hand stays up. Left hand comes down to outside of left hip. Back leg might straighten depending on how comfortable you are. One side could be harder than the other. Be steady. Lengthening that right side from the right inner thigh all the way up towards the right lower ribs is lengthening out that psoas muscle. Then we get ready for our twist. Let's lift the left hand up this time, and then bring the hands by the ears for a moment. Look to your left, belly to left, right elbow down to outside of that left thigh. Maybe the right hand touches the ground. Left hand can go towards the lower hip. The left hip, should I say. Stay there, or else back leg straightens. Twisting the spine out over that left leg. If you would like, you can take your hands to a prayer position at your sternum. Left shoulder clearing up out of the way. Face relaxed. Pressure down through both feet. Gaze goes down. Hands go down either side of that left leg. Left leg slides back. Knees go down. Move the hips around a little bit. Free up the hips. See how it's going. Round the back out. Come towards the downward dog. Lift the left leg up in the air behind you. Be nice and steady. Shake the left ankle around a bit. Left leg lowers down. Right leg lifts up. Move that right ankle around a bit. And from there, walk the legs forward between the hands. Drop the hips, have a look forward. And head goes down, back lengthens. Back of hands together, reach arms up. And stand tall. Give the legs a little bit of shake up. All right, for the next one, you're going to bring the feet a bit wider than your hips. Bend the knees down. So you're coming into this Gajastasana, the elephant posture. So you're bringing the hands together, elbows forward. In this one, try not to let the bum stick way back behind you. Try and push the waist forward, make the spine pretty straight. So bend the knees, palms go down towards the knees, roll shoulders in. Hands go forward, wrists move away. Hands go wide, face relaxed. Drop the hips a little bit more. Hands go forward and up. Nicely in this Gajastan, the elephant posture. Legs strengthening. Maybe lift the heels if the balance is really there. You'll feel energy pushing down through the feet, up through the hands. Hips press towards heels. Heels down. Straighten legs. Hands come to the hips. Bend the knees. Give them a little bit of a shake out. From there, drop the hips again, but not sticking the bum back. So you're trying to keep the back of the spine nice and long as you lower down. Lower ribs in. Hands go forward, elbows go forward, push the hands forward. So you're lengthening the back like an angry cat shape of spine here. So you're almost in a little sit-up type position as you come down. Then you really feel the legs work strong.
Palms go down, roll shoulders in. Hands go forward, wrists move away. Hands go wide. Left hand goes up, right hand down to right inner thigh. Nice work in the legs. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Legs starting to get into a little bit of fire. Left hand up, straighten legs, hands to waist, give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Well done. From there, bring the feet a little bit close together, give the legs a little bit of a shake out. From there, we're going to bring ourselves towards the front of the mat, then reach arms up, look up. Bend the knees, hands go down, head goes down. Look forward, step both feet back towards an upper plank. Stay in upper plank for a moment, then move back towards downward dog. Walk the legs out, see how they're doing. Next one, we're going to just take the feet beside the hands. So you have a look forward, you're going to walk, or as you get more comfortable, you'll jump the feet around the hands. So it's good to put the hands a little bit closer together, bend the knees, and then you jump the feet beside the hands. Be careful, walk if it's your first time, okay? Bend the knees, step or jump forward. From there, hips press down, hands come to the Achilles, elbows press back in under your waist, chin comes towards the throat, and you're looking towards the tailbone. Face relaxed. Breath calm. Chin in towards throat. Back lengthening. Be steady. Move the hips around a little bit. Working quite strongly in the legs here. Back is lengthening. Hands can come up the back if you wish. Maybe the hands touch behind the back. Then hands come down. Either take the hands in between the legs, come and sit down on the mat, or else put the hands just behind the heels, fingers face towards those heels, and you're trying to have your thumbs face towards the heels too. You look forward, wrists go down. Then maybe the legs start to lift up in the air. Lift the upper back, face relaxed. Toes point a little bit forward. You're in a balance here with the legs somehow over the arms. You push the waist a little bit forward. Face relaxed. Good, you're going to come to sitting. Unless you're really used to this, then you bring the legs back to the outside of the arms and flip back to lower plank. Then lie down, lift the chest to cobra, back towards the downward dog. Then walk forward and sit down and see how you're going. Hold the shins, face relaxed, sitting nice and tall. Loosen out the neck, shoulders. Calm your breath down, feet might lift, cross the legs, press thighs in, hands go forward, reaching forward, palms go down, lift the feet a little bit. Good. You can go fully straight in the legs if you like, but it tends to make people fall back because the tightness at the back of the legs pulls on the back and pulls you towards the ground. So bend the knees as much as you need to. From there, uncross the legs, put soles of feet down, hands come to the waist, to the ground, excuse me. Press the shoulders forward towards the knees. Then push the shoulders, keep the shoulders pushing forward, push down with the hands to raise the waist. So you've got shoulder stability, you've got the deltoid working, you've got the shoulder depressor muscles and the underarm working. Shoulders push forward, move the hips around a little bit. Face relaxed, breath calm. Lift the waist a little bit higher if it's going. Maybe take the left knee towards the left shoulder to see how you're going with the lengthening the back again. Let's try put left leg over that right leg. Knee falls out to the side. Raise the waist a little bit. Find a nice balance. Left leg goes down. Drop the hips. Hug the shins. Knees to chest. Cross the legs. Hands go forward. Press the hands down. Lift the feet a little bit. Stay or straighten the legs more. In Navasana, the boat posture. Be steady. Shoulders pressing towards the hands. Toes moving forward and up. Face relaxed. Lower the feet. Take the hands back behind you, about a foot behind your waist. Shoulders push towards the knees. Raise the waist up. See how things are feeling there. Right knee comes towards right shoulder. Drop the hips at any time if you need to. Just take a rest. Right leg crosses over the left. Open the right knee down towards the ground. Raise the waist a little bit. Face relaxed. Find the balance on your hands. See how you're going.
Gently, right knee comes in towards the chest, lower down, hug the knees right in towards the chest. Find that balance. From there, you're going to take the hands behind your waist, lift the hips a little bit, keep the heels down. So you're trying to get the Achilles to lengthen out here. Bring the shoulders towards the knees. So maybe your bum needs to go down, or maybe you can come more into a squat position. But you're keeping those heels down, right? So if that means that your hands have to stay further back while the heels are down, that's fine. What I don't want is your shoulders forward and heels up, okay? Need heels down into the squat position. Knees in towards the armpits, maybe hands come together. If you like, you can try the feet a little bit wider, makes it easier. Bring the thumbs towards the heart and find that balance. You're opening the knees there. Be steady, face relaxed, moving around a little bit. If you're not quite with the hands off the ground and you've got the hands back here, just move the hips around a little bit, just to free things up in the back of the hips. Face relaxed, breath calm. Be steady. From there, you're going to take the hands behind you. You bring the knees together. Heels stay on the ground. The right leg steps forward, points forward in the air. The hips are off the ground. You lean forward. You've got the fingertips behind you. Stay there, or else hands go forward as well. Nice and steady. One leg balance. Hands back. Right leg steps back. Left leg steps out. Give it a little shake out if you need to. Stay here, this is loads. Drop the hips if you need to. Stay or lean a little forward, putting loads of force down on that right leg then. Right hand goes forward, maybe the left hand too. Be steady. Try not to catch the foot because then it stops you trying to reach forward with shoulders and hands and stops the leg working. Hands go back. Left leg goes back. Just from there, just with the hands behind you, feet nice and wide. Just let the knees fall towards your left. So the right knee goes down towards the left heel and then go towards the other side. It's like window wipers. So you're just loosening out the hips, freeing things up a little bit. You can always go way slower and hold this for a while. Try it as you lower so if your knees are falling to the left, feel like your right inner thigh goes towards the right heel or maybe towards the right, let me try that again. As you let your hips fall towards the left, let your right knee goes towards your left heel, maybe towards your left big toe. And then ease back to center, let hips fall to right, left knee goes towards left heel, maybe pushes forward a bit more, towards that right big toe, and ease back to center, come down towards the elbows, knees in towards the chest, and then just lengthen that left leg out, then draw it in, and just bicycle things a little bit here. Find a nice balance. Let the knees fall a little bit from side to side. And then from there, just kick the legs forward, come towards sitting, finishing then with a cross-legged position. Actually, I might do one more. Let's try it's like the cross-legged position, but what you're going to do is you're going to keep the right heel forward and the right knee is going to go towards the ground. Okay, so your right knee goes towards the ground, your right outside of the right foot is on the ground, and your left leg slides a little back. The knee is on the ground initially. Okay, and from there you're keeping this right hip down. Some people do this with the right heel close towards the groin, and then they're coming up off the hip in that position. I don't find this as good for the hips, mainly because I've tried it both ways, and because my hips were incredibly tight from running around fields and golf courses from our entire youth, I started with super tight hips, and I found that doing it with the right hip down in this case, and the right heel further forward freed up the hips a little bit for me. So from here, you have that right heel and right knee and right hip in kind of a right angle eventually. And then from there, you're trying to rotate the left hip down towards the ground, keeping the right hip on the ground. So you're
If this is too much, keep that left knee on the ground, left big toe on the ground. If you're more comfortable, you start to turn that left hip down towards the ground. You come more onto the front of the back foot, and then you put the left hand down. Now, a lot of people just drop their weight down, like collapse down here. Don't bother doing that. It's not really doing you any good. It's just going to collapse everything. So try to just keep the arms straight. Try to put the left foot down to the ground. Maybe take the left knee off the ground as you get really comfortable. So you're pushing down on the front of that left foot. You're drawing up on the left kneecap. You're freeing up that right hip. If you're comfortable, you can keep the right hand down. Left elbow goes towards the ground, and that'll really help you get more into the twist. Freeing up that right hip. You can look towards the right. Then lift up. Left hand pushes down. Be careful as you come out of this. You bend the left leg. Draw the left knee forward towards the right heel. Then left hand comes back behind your spine. Lift up and try the other side. So the left leg is forward. The right leg steps back. This time you've got the right angle coming at that back of left knee if you can. Your one side might be much tighter than the other. Maybe you can just come to the fingertips, stay tall there. This is enough. But you're trying to really turn the belly button towards that left knee, trying to turn the chest towards the left knee, but not drop down. Maybe the back leg straightens. See how you go. Face relaxed, breath calm. Nice twist. Nothing dramatic. Just loosening out. Maybe, so you can keep the arms straight. You can bring the right knee further forward towards that left heel if it's uncomfortable for you. As you get more comfortable, you feel like you're twisting belly button more, chest more, right elbow comes towards the ground. Be steady, twisting out. Really great for the sacrum, which is just the lowest part of that spine where there's 4 vertebrae knitted together. They're just really kind of, it can be bunched by the hips as that whole joint there can get bunched and kind of squashed. So what we want to do is kind of unsquash and easing up slowly. Right knee draws forward towards that left heel. Then swing that right leg forward. Give the legs a little window wipers again. Loosening out the hips, see how things feel. Well done. Come to either sides of feet on the ground. Maybe hold the shins if you need to, just to sit nice and tall for a moment, or else if you can come into some sort of cross-legged position without any pain in the knees, ideally without the use of the hands, then you go into that. And then from there, you find a balance, either in this cross-legged position or with the feet out to the side with the legs bent, and put the sides of the feet on the ground. Then back of hands come together, thumbs to heart, reach arms up, look up. Hands go down, then back of hands together, thumbs to belly button, elbows in and hands come out like an offering. And again, back of hands together, thumbs to heart. Reach up, look up, hands go down, back of hands together, thumbs to belly button, elbows by your side as your hands come out like an offering. One more time, back of hands together, thumbs to heart, and up, look up, hands go down, back of hands together, thumbs to belly button, elbows in, hands come out like an offering. Hold the offering for a moment. The offering position is an offering of respect to yourself. But as you look there at the hands, you see the offering position is also the receiving position. So you're both offering respect to yourself, but also allowing yourself to receive that offering of respect. A lot of us are really good at commending others, saluting others, offering respect to others. Sometimes even when we get respect and compliments, we push them off and we don't accept them. So this is just a practice just to offer respect to yourself and be willing to take that respect. Respect the way that you have taken the time to do good for yourself today. So we need to offer ourselves respect more and more. We need to receive that. And then, of course, you can also offer respect to other people who come to your thoughts, wishing them good health, happiness. But it has to start with you. You being willing to offer respect to yourself, you being able to take respect from yourself. And then that act of respect kind of trickles into other elements. Maybe what you eat, maybe what you're doing. Consider things perhaps with the paradigm that, is this offering respect to myself? Is this doing good for me? Is this activity I'm doing good for me? And try to continue and do as many things that offer respect to yourself. Be around people that offer respect to you. Salute those people. And of course, it's not an entirely selfish practice, okay? It's not good to be 100% just taking all the time. But those of us who take the time to offer respect to ourselves, often once we have that, we'll extend it to others. We'll be better at extending it to others. So closing the hands to seal the gesture of respect to yourself. Bring the thumbs then to the forehead to bow a little bit to yourself. Perhaps close the eyes. You're bowing to yourself. Maybe you wish to bow to somebody else now who's in your mind, in your thoughts. And the art of bowing is a really nice practice, really humble practice. Bowing to yourself, bowing to others. We finish just saluting each other. You can use the word namaste, or as I like to use the word sláinte, which means to your good health. So I bow to you, sláinte. Thank you very much for joining today. Hope you had a good practice. Hips and legs work strongly. Whole body working together. And it was a really good act of and salutation of respect to yourself. So well done. Go easy for the rest of the day and the week. And if you like the class, please tell others. If you think it'll benefit them to take the class, we offer this to you as a salutation from us. To your good health, and to you and your family, be well, and see you soon. Thank you.